Kakaaki Social. I'm Obozeghie. Thank you so much and welcome to Happy Hour. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has admitted that there are errors in his credentials from Chicago State University, but he's blaming them on a clerk of the school. The lawyers who are saying this on his behalf did not mention the name of the said clerk. However, they're reacting to Atiku Abubakar's request at a U.S. court to have access to the document of Tinubu while at the Chicago State University, because he believes they would end all controversy surrounding his educational claims. He had August 23 deadline, that's Tinubu, to say why Atiku's wish must not be granted. So this is contained in the response. So let's see part of that response now. He said that Tinubu's lawyer said that an unidentified clerk of the university unfortunately made the errors as to the dates the school stated on his recently issued certificate and when he actually graduated, thereby creating the appearance of differences. Let's see how people are finding this on the space of X. Olu says, let us assume that the nameless and faceless clerk made the supposed error. Why hasn't it been corrected over 40 years after graduation? Why can't he just allow the university to release the authentic document once and for all? Aki says he should have looked at the certificate during collection. There is something Atiku knows about him that he wants the whole world to know too. Disqualification and sacking loading, we are eagerly waiting. For another user, it says Chicago State University clerk must be dealt with for such humiliation. Maybe we'll have to begin with identifying who the clerk is. First of all, is it deliberate that the person's he or she's name was left out, or is there actually no clerk anywhere? I don't know. So let's move away from that to say that the Minister of Art, Culture and Creative Economy, Hannatu Musawa, is being dragged on the space of social media for holding two offices concurrently. Now, she is a serving minister and a serving youth corps member. Youth corps member as per NYSC. She's a copper, if that makes sense. Now, Human Rights Lawyers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, were the ones who disclosed this on Wednesday, while the NYSC confirmed this yesterday, Thursday. Huriwa added that Musawa's PPA, that's primary place of assignment as a youth corps member, is located at the old Banex Plaza here in Abuja. Let's see how this is going down. Tamara says, you were complaining about youth corps member getting ministerial appointment. Is she not better than the one who submitted WAEC certificate with 2 credits only and still graduated from university and was screened? We are just wasting our time with this NYSC and qualification nonsense. For another user, Napoleon, it says, is she 29% or if she's 29 years of age or something, or has NYSC amend the laws allowing octogenarians to serve, she's not qualified to be a minister. How is this different from civil servant reserving government jobs for their kids still in secondary school? Also reacting to this is V6F, who says, I am sure some of them knew they were told to keep it on a low-key. Niger, a funny country. Shada's referring to the Senate. For Bilatos, he says, it's her luck. Okay, now in 2020, when Buhari appointed her, this same commissioner, to be a commissioner representing the Northwest at PENCOM, she didn't pass the Senate screening, the night Senate, because of this same NYSC certificate issue. And a case like this has actually happened before. Maybe not really a case like this, bringing in Kemi Adeosun, not of double service, but of NYSC, whether or not you need NYSC certificate, whether of exemption or of completion of service to hold a public office. And the thing then, although she voluntarily resigned, she resigned on her own will, but the court ruled in 2021, after she resigned in 2018, that it is unconstitutional for anyone to present a certificate of NYSC before you would be eligible for a public office. So the thing is now, according to her, okay, so according to her, that was an honorable thing to do on the part of Kemi. So, but the question now is it also constitutional for a person to hold two offices under the same government at the same time. They're also asking on social media that how come, what was a problem, the NYSC certificate, what was a problem other Ahmed Lawan was a take a bow and go under Godswill Akpabio, and primarily Betta Edu at 36, who is the youngest of Tinubu's minister, and definitely she is older than 36-year-old. How come she's able to serve? Does it mean that NYSC have amended their laws and all of that? So these are the questions that people are asking on social media, because we do know that after 30 years, at least the last time we know, you will not be able to serve as a youth corps member. So how is she doing all of that together? But away from this now, Russian President Vladimir Putin has condoled with the family of the head of Wagner, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who died alongside 9 others on Wednesday in a plane crash in the northwest of Moscow. Now, while the crash investigators said that, they've not been able to identify the remains of the 10 people who died, the president, Putin, is saying that the examination would be difficult and it will take time. But then he added that the late man now lived a complicated life. He had a complicated fate, and then he made serious mistakes while he was alive.
В 90-х годах это был человек сложной судьбы. И ошибки у него были серьезные в жизни, и добивался он результатов нужных и для себя, и тогда, когда я его просил об этом для общего дела, как вот в эти последние месяцы. Он был талантливый человек, талантливый бизнесмен. Вот он вчера только, насколько мне стало известно, вернулся из Африки. Некоторыми официальными лицами. Но что точно совершенно, мне об этом докладывал сегодня с утра руководитель Следственного комитета, они начали уже предварительное расследование этого происшествия, и оно будет проведено в полном объеме и доведено до конца. Это здесь нет никаких.
Okay, let's see some reactions to this. Angel is saying, you can tell he's sincerely afflicted by this terrible tragedy, even trying to hold back his tears. Poor Vova, so much pain to bear. For Bernard Thompson, he says the mistake he made was stupidly calling off the march to Moscow to chase Putin out of office. That's the late officer. He said that was when he signed his death warrant. What does this mean, though? For Jim, he says, so Putin said he would get to the bottom of it. I'm sure the Prigozhin family will appreciate that. All in all, classy remarks from Putin. Worry Wire says, to judge this matter for public hard, my dear. Now, since they take the knack mosquito, web patch for eye, are they lie? I don't know whether they lie. So let's have our final story today to say that the FIFA Disciplinary Committee has opened disciplinary proceedings against Luis Liberales, that's the president of the Spanish FA, who kissed a female player, Jenny Hermoso, after the country's Women's World Cup 1-0 win against England on Sunday. Now, in a statement, FIFA reiterated its unwavering commitment to respecting the integrity of all individuals and strongly condemns any behavior to the contrary. Now, the player initially said on social media that she didn't like it, but a later letter that was released on her behalf by the Royal Spanish Football Federation understood the kiss to be spontaneous. Now, the Spanish FA president apologized, but after calling the critics, the people who were criticizing him, idiots. And there are also growing calls for his resignation, as the country's president says the apology is insufficient. Now, the player is back on social media, and she's saying that she would ensure female footballers are protected from unacceptable acts such as this one. Therefore, she would ensure this doesn't slide. Apparently, because of her stance, FIFPro has asked FIFA to open an investigation into the matter. Let's have some reaction. For James says, I don't know why what everyone else that's complaining about it sees that did not look sexual in any way to me. That looked more like a proud dad moment. Should he have kissed her? No, but it was a spontaneous moment and apologized for it. Adekunle says he was doing too much. I was also pissed. Now they are to meet again on Monday, where they would make sure that action is duly, or that the man is duly punished. Action will be taken, and those are their words. So yes, that's everything on Kakaaki Social today, and by extension, everything on Kakaaki Social this week. I'll see you again on Monday. Do make sure that you have a good time.